Okay.
Okay, today we're going to talk about fiscal policy. There are two different tools to create fiscal policy. There are taxes and government spending. Now, there are two different categories with further subcategories that we'll talk about after.
Types of fiscal policy.
Okay, two types of fiscal policy. The first one is called expansionary fiscal policy. Whenever we're in a recession or any economy is in a recession, you want to use expansionary fiscal policy to get out of the recession, and that would involve either lowering taxes or raising government spending, because that would make an increase in demand, which would increase real GDP. And then the other type is contractionary fiscal policy, where it's exactly the opposite. If your economy is inflating too much and it's about to crash, not necessarily that you know it's about to crash, but because of the business cycle, you want to slow it down. You would raise taxes and decrease government spending to create a surplus in the government so that you would have enough money to break that fall.
And this would regulate the GDP to go back to equilibrium.
Yep, and that's the goal for both. Okay, now the two subcategories of those two types of fiscal policy are automatic and discretionary. And so that all fiscal policy, expansionary or contractionary, has to also be automatic or discretionary. So that would actually make there four different types: automatic, expansionary, discretionary, expansionary, automatic, contractionary, and discretionary, contractionary. So the first one we'll talk about is discretionary. That's any fiscal policy that's instituted by the government or Congress. So raising taxes by Congress or increasing government spending through Congress is just always going to be discretionary. And that's how most of the work we've done in economics so far is.
And now we're going to talk about automatic, which lacks the involvement of the government in like raising taxes or decreasing government spending, depending on how it is. Let's say you're in a recession and you're going to automatically be paying less taxes because you're not going to be getting as much income based on the surroundings. Maybe you lost your job, so you will be in a lower tax bracket and your tax is automatically lower. But that was not because of the government. That was just an effect of the surroundings and the economic frictions.
Natural
frictions of the economy.
Wait, don't. Okay, that was the different types and categories of fiscal policy. Thank you for watching.